And hello, all you Sand Run Travel travelers.
Hello,
This is
San Run
Steve.
travelers.
Yeah, there. This is Steve and Reggie, and we have a picture of the one of the fine carnival ships behind me because that's where we are today. We happen to be on our winter escape cruise to the Panama Canal, and we'll give you a report on it next month. But for now, and it does seem strange because one of the things we wanted to do today is go over the Scarlet Lady from Virgin Voyages again. But I just noticed that this morning, and but we're going to go ahead and do that anyway. But and today we're going to focus on maybe four questions that we get frequently about cruising, and so I thought we'd go over them. First question: how is the internet during cruising? And kind of as you can see, I seem to be not in sync. The internet is getting better while we're on the road and on the cruise, but it's still not great unless you buy one of the premium packages. And even then, it's not super cool.
No, yeah, because it really depends on where you're at and how good the services is close to where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that Carnival has a variety of pet plans. The base plan pretty much allows you to look at internet, look at your emails, and do a little research. But if you really want to work or game, you have to buy one of the upgrade packages. I also know that Virgin and Carnival and I believe Royal Caribbean are starting to hook in with a new internet service that supposedly is going to be faster, better, and greater. I haven't seen any pricing on it yet, but don't plan on being high speed on the high seas.
Now, Virgin does give you access to to at least the basic level of internet. So that you can check your email, look at your Facebook page, uh, post to Instagram, things like that. But even with them, you still have to do the upgrade if you want
Yeah.
to do any serious work online.
But you can wait till you get to port and relax a little bit on the shore. And most of the plans, you'll be able to get into port and hook up to a decent internet while you're in port. So uh,
Right.
that's probably the best thing. I guess if you want to get away from it all and want to stay away from it all, the cruise is probably the one of your better options because you really can't do it all.
Right. Part of going on the cruise is trying to get away from some of the technology and just be able to kick back and relax. And
Yeah,
so maybe it might not be a bad thing that you really can't connect and stay online and have your face buried in your screen, your computer screen, or your telephone screen, and then you miss out on all the beauty around you.
yep, that's a true thing. Then the second question, and of course we get this all the time: are there any extra costs to cruising? Oh yeah, there are. They can be. You can limit them, but there are always costs. The tradition in how marketing has been done with cruises, which is a little different than Virgin Voyages, but has always been to give you a price that does not include taxes, gratuities,
Port fees,
airfare, parking.
parking. Let's see what else.
Well, there'd
Uh,
be
well, your
onboard,
shopping is never included.
right, onboard expenses. So a lot of these, especially the baseline extra cost, air travel, gratuities, taxes, end up gratuities and taxes will end up being charged to your onboard ship account. Airfare or travel, otherwise travel to the port, is always extra. We try
All
to
of your
estimate.
excursions that you do when you're on the ship will
Yeah,
come as an extra.
that's true. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think Norwegian has a little plan that allows you to get some credits for excursions, but for the most part, excursions aren't included. Then the third question that we seem to get is, do I need any cash, extra cash? And I have a little disagreement with some of the folks that say you need a lot of extra cash. Uh, I like to recommend to most of my clients that take a little bit of extra cash, but I would use a credit card in port. How about you, Reg?
I agree. Using the credit card in port, it gives you a better control on one, how much money you spend. It gives you better control on if there's any exchange rates to make sure that your exchange rates are adequate. And if you have any problems, you can always go through the card company and get a lot of that resolved.
Yeah, yeah. And you do need some extra cash, especially while you're in port for, tipping, maybe cabs or something along those lines.
Even if you're stopping at a restaurant to get something to eat, some restaurants will take credit cards. Some of them, especially if you're a little mom and pop place that you just ducked into, may not have a credit card machine. The only thing they can accept is cash.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's really our recommendation. Um, Now, as far as our cruise is safe, Reg, what do you think about that?
Cruises are as safe as anything else you're doing these days. Overall, I would say they're probably one of the safer things to do because you have the same group of people, and it's not like they can just jump off the ship in the middle of the ocean and run away.
Yeah, yeah. And you'd be surprised how many people are actually sick when you're on a plane as compared to when you're on a cruise.
Right, right. Um, the cruise lines have worked real hard through COVID to try and ensure that passengers are safe and are not exposed to a lot of illnesses because they don't want to have to stop cruising and they don't want you to not be able to enjoy yourself because if you don't enjoy yourself, you won't come back. So
Exactly.
they're working real hard to try and make sure that everything is good. One of my favorite people that we ever saw on the ship we were on, I think it was Norwegian, and we had the washy washy girl.
Oh my
And
gosh.
every time we walked into the uh, area where there was food, she was standing outside, washy washy, washy washy, to make sure that you got your hands washed with some kind of cleaner before you went into the dining area.
Yeah, I will never forget that.
She was
Now,
so much fun.
now we get off into a review of the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, and we've done this before, but we thought we'd add it again, just because there is so many questions, so much advertising going on right now by Virgin Voyages, and we will be on the Scarlet Lady again this summer. It's just a different avenue, different venue. The dining, the dining is just different than any normal cruise has ever had because it's all five-star restaurants that you make reservations at. It's not a central dining room.
Yeah, and there's no upgrade on the dining. Where if you are dining on some ships, if you want to go something like steakhouse um, or the hibachi, you're going to have to pay an upcharge. With Virgin, there is no upcharge on any of their restaurants.
Right. And then the cabins, I would say the cabins are very modernistic. They do get a little, maybe getting used to. I enjoy them. I don't know if they're everybody's cup of tea, but one of the other things I always notice is the world is used to calling cruise cabins by their names of Inside, ocean view, balcony, suite, and Virgin has chosen to call them slightly different. And I know from a marketing standpoint, I always have to mention both. Inside is still Insider. Ocean view is a sea view, and a balcony is a sea terrace. So, okay.
Yeah, and it's just them doing things just a little bit different. Uh, their your room key is not a card anymore on Virgin. They have a bracelet that you tap the door with the bracelet,
That's
and your
right.
door
Yeah.
will open.
Yeah. Little electronic things like that. Now, Virgin, I do believe more than any cruise line we've been on, is dependent on technology. And
Way dependent on technology. I'm always wondering what would happen if their computer systems went down.
well, we found a little bit of that one time last year when they didn't transfer everything and we had to remake a lot of reservations. So, yeah, it can be a little testy when those things happen. Um,
Yeah, well, sometime our smart machinery gets to be too smart, and it does what it wants to do rather than what we want it to
yeah, AI is taking over the world, right, Reg?
do. Big Brother's watching.
Casino adventure in Virgin on the Scarlet Lake. The casino is very small, but very enjoyable. There's a lot of activity in the casino, and Virgin is really working hard with its casino reps like us, executive casino tours, to try to advance and help out the casino player getting on board. So, one thing we've noticed Carnival is getting much more aggressive with its casino rates, as well as Virgin Voyages. So, if you're a casino player, you definitely want to be talking to us and telling us about that when you want to cruise.
And if you've been noticing that the casinos on land has not been giving a lot of comps to individuals, you'll find that you may get a few more comps at the casinos on the cruise ships.
Yeah, yeah, really, really. It's been a different kind of adventure, or at least interest from the casinos as it was 5, 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Now, the entertainment on the Scarlet Lady is still a little bit avant garde. It's a little new. It's not the standard Broadway shows, but I happen to find it very entertaining. I would say the only thing I miss is a standard comedy club. I just use that as my default on especially Carnival. If the shows or whatever I'm doing, I need a break. I always know the comedy clubs there. On Virgin, you're more inclined to go into the central lounge and hear some music or watch the kids dancing. I say that because I can't dance much anymore. I don't know about
Yeah,
you, Ed.
the entertainment also, they do a lot of pop-up entertainment
Yeah,
where
yeah,
someone will just be walking around and all of a sudden there's a minute mini show going on in the middle of one of the decks.
yeah, yeah. It's really a different kind of entertainment. And like I said, it's very enjoyable. It takes a little getting used to, but you know what? We're never too old to enjoy something new, right?
You're never too old to enjoy life as long as you're willing to live it, and there's no need to sit around and wait on the other end of life to catch up with you.
No, that's the truth. And every day or so, I'm reminded of that. To be quite honest. Okay, that's about it for us this week or this month. Reg, give me number 58 for our drawing winner.
Number 58 this month is Diane Schoenfeld.
Wow. Diane, you've got a $25 gift coupon coming you can use for anything we do this year. So hope you'll join us again. Any parting shot, parting thoughts, Reg?
Well, I know that here in Ohio, it's supposed to get real cold over the next couple of days. And while you're in Ohio feeling this real cold weather, we're going to enjoy about 80-degree weather down in Costa Rica and Panama Canal. You could be joining us. Since you're not on the trip with us this year, we'll look forward to you joining us next year. We will be planning that trip and getting a destination determined either while we're on this trip now or as shortly after we get back. And we will be getting that out to you so that you know where we're going, and you'll have approximately a year to get yourself ready and get everything paid for, so that next February when we take off, you're on that ship with us.
Got it. Every February. All right, Reg. I'll see
Take
you on
care.
deck.
Yeah, it's time to go. Either a good burger or something else. Will and a nice cold drink sounds good right about now.
All right. Enjoy it back there. Don't get too cold.